Hello everybody, welcome back. I know it's been ages since I put up a video, I know, but this one is a good one. I interviewed Neil Delamere it was at the very end of November, just as December was turning, I think, the week before. And he was in my college he was doing a gig, and he was also filming for his new documentary. I highly recommend it, you'll hear about it now. So here's the interview. We'll go. Hi Neil, thanks for coming to talk to us.
How are you?
Just a few questions for you about your upcoming gig later on this evening.
Yes.
Let's start with, this isn't your first time in Maynooth.
No.
Is there a reason you'd like to come back?
Cash.
Year or?
Cash.
Mainly cash.
Yeah, pretty much cash. Yeah. That's all it is. No, I've done Maynooth, I'd say every year for 6 or 7 years now, I suppose. And this is the first time I've actually been here and filmed during the year here. So I interviewed half of your history faculty for some new documentaries coming up. So I hope none of them are in the crowd because we had to cut some of them out. But they were all really, really good, but you never can get them all in at one time. So at least I feel more of a connection to Maynooth this year even than previous years. But you come back because the audience is a good crack and they're always up for us, and I hopefully enjoy it as much as they do. Really, they're the reasons.
Yeah.
And cash.
And cash, of course. And that brings me into the next question. What is the venue itself like, the crowd and the atmosphere, compared to maybe bigger places you've been or on some of the television shows that you've been on?
I like a crowd that is close to you and that you can mess with and you can have a chat to, and like if you do a gig, like the biggest gig I've ever done in terms of the room was 10,000 people, right? Now you talk to the front row there, sure, nobody can see that, whereas if you talk to anything maybe under 1,000, that's a decent venue. People can get involved, people can see who you're talking to, and if you're a person who kind of interacts with people in that way and does comedy in that way, well then the smaller venues are at least as good, if not better than the larger ones, you know. So NUAM stacks up pretty well in that regard.
Pretty good, pretty good. Can you tell me where the name of the tour came from, Fresh Prince of Delamere?
Yeah, now do you know?
Do I know?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
No, what age are you?
I am 19 years old.
Yeah, you see, we knew that nobody under maybe 30 would understand it. Have you heard of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
So well then,
yes.
So you do know. You're just doing that Michael Parkinson thing where you actually know the answer, but you're deliberately trying to draw the answer out of me. Very skilled.
It's just directly from the show then?
It is completely directly from the show,
so
and yes,
stealing a name.
No, it's not stealing a name. It is merely modifying a name, and my lawyers have looked into it. And no, it's just a nice silly pun on something, yeah. But there's no correlation between anything that I do and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So I'm expecting mid-1990s rap is going to be sadly forlorn.
Because there was a few people asking me to ask, were you going to be rapping on stage?
Yeah. Now the opening act, Garode, who's sitting over there, he's going to rap. He is Grandmaster Garode, Grandmaster Farrell. He's big style, yeah. He's Ireland's second best rap artist.
Oh, very impressive.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to make sure we record him.
Yeah, do. He'll be worth a fortune in a few years when he's gunned down in the street. And
you have a brand new television show coming out on the 1st of December. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
It's called Holding Out for a Hero, and another musical reference that is way before your time. And it's about 4 Irish heroes, Cuchulainn and Gráinne Whale, Reggie O'Donnell and Fionn McCool. So we kind of pick people who we thought had very interesting stories. 2 are mythical, 2 are real, and we try and tell their stories and try and tell unusual things about them in the same way we did with previous characters like St. Patrick, and hopefully tell people things that they didn't already know. And it's not in a heavy way, it's not a kind of very academic, very heavy sort of dense program, but everything in it is absolutely historically accurate, but we try and leaven it with jokes and sketches and stuff like this. Yeah, but I mean, everything is true, so all the experts that we've spoken to in Maynooth here, they give you the bones of the actual series bits of the documentary, and then you can play with stuff around that. So our aim really is that people enjoy it as an entertainment program and then wake up in 2 or 3 days and go, oh right, yeah, and something sits in their brain, and then also good colour or whatever, you know. And also just down here in the rooms in Maynooth, just purely from an aesthetic point of view, they are amazing to film things in because they're beautifully old. They're like the long room in Trinity. They're very similar. So it's kind of got everything. It's got experts who have the knowledge and the backdrops. If you want to film something in minutes, so it's a good place to go.
Well, thanks. That's all I have to ask. Do you want to ask anything that you might have thought of?
The crew behind the camera.
Yeah.
The power behind the phone.
Have you ever heard of drunk history?
Drunk history? No.
Yeah.
Is it somebody gets hammered and then tries to explain history?
Yeah, but like professors and things like that.
Oh wow, okay. I have heard of what's the one in Edinburgh, the Edinburgh Fringe Festival? Something Shakespeare, Piss Shakespeare, or something like that. One of them gets absolutely buckled of the cast, and everybody else stays sober, and it's a different person every night. And apparently it's brilliant. Shit-faced Shakespeare, it's called.
Shit-faced Shakespeare.
Yeah. So not that I recommend that. Although it'd be good in one exam hall if one person got absolutely buckled, and it was the invigilator.
Brilliant. Okay, well, that's everything. Thanks a million, Neil.
No worries.
Thanks for sitting down and having a chat with me.
No worries.
Alright, thanks.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.